In the years 2018 through 2019, I got as much attention as I could. And what your law enforcement did was shut me up. They put me in jail as fast as they could, cover up everything they did in Austin, Texas, and everything that Intel Corporation did, everything that Carter County did. They just shut me up. They put me away and stuck me right here in this city where everyone, including the police, walked in, smiled in my face, lied to me. I had this big black guy coming in. He worked at the Kelly Services. I think that's what it was. And he's supposed to be somebody who gets you a job. He comes into Family Dollar and says, I thought I was supposed to be greeted with a smile and a hello. You can say hello and have a happy smile when they're making $10 an hour when they should be making 100,000 a year. That's the kind of stuff you guys put on me. And then I had another guy come in. He goes, is that your car parked out there? Is that your white Challenger? That's pretty cool. And he starts laughing at me. I had when I was in Pflugerville, I had a van. I had to park in a van, had pulled in, and I had nowhere else to park. And he pulled himself so I couldn't see my right side. And somebody parked, behind me where I couldn't see him. So I'm paying attention so I don't get by with this van, as I'm backing out from this van. And I hit the car and it caved in my whole driver's door. And the guy did it on purpose. Pflugerville, Texas. Um, So what I'm going to say this time is everybody's watching you. The entire city, the entire nation is watching you lie to me to make me homeless and make me suffer another day. So what I've done is I've used Google and I put my name in here, just my name. And I'm going to show you that I have a profile that's been here for a long time, very long time. This thing has been here for a very long time. I got so much attention from this one. Man, it's got all kinds of stuff on here. You should go check that one out. Uh, but see, they erase this off the internet. Well, it's too late. You've already ruined my life. You can't just take it off and say we're done. No, you got to make things right. You can't just say we're done, and walk away. You can't do that because what you've done to me all this time is you put me in a little cell and you put a little key outside. If you get to this key, you're free. You never let me get to the key. You keep locking me up, lying in my face, let me sleep on the couch, and let me live in a ditch. And I'm going because this is the only page, so I'm gonna go back. Here's another one. Look, this says 20 followers. There's actually more. There's actually 24 subscribers watching this. 24. So I put it on my videos. Let's see. You gotta go check out Rambling Ted. He's got a good video of where it really it rained fish in Texarkana, and they were all silver shad. And I once had somebody come up and tell me about it years ago. They said, just remember, it's not the thing that makes it a miracle is it's one type of fish all over the city, just one type of silver shad. Instead of being bad, you would think there'd be bass and frogs and crappie. There'd be all kinds of perch, anything. But no, it's only one type of fish all over the city. Little silver shads. That's what's crazy about that. Rainfish in Texarkana. So that's this one. Look, 17 views on that one, 24 views here, 83 views on this one, 96 views here, 89 views here. Uh, I have one that had 8,000 views. Um, let's go back. Uh, this has been up for a very, very long time. This one has links so people can go and look at. It says it only has one follower and stuff, but I'm going to show you something. You're not going to lie. People have been looking at this and watching it, and they've been handing it to their friends and passing it around. So here's a Facebook page. There's a Reverb Nation. There's another Facebook page. Uh, Look, let me show you. There you go. 58 people have seen this video where Intel Corporation stalked me at my house the day before I left Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas. This is where they followed me to Lone Grove in 2019. And I've turned the sound down so you can't see it. That's it. That's why I walk up and I get his. See, look, one car. Here comes the other car. Two cars at the intersection both at the same time. See that? So that's at least three cars. But there was a fourth car back there, a little silver car. The silver car. Him followed me all the way to Lone Grove that night, through Taylor, through Mayfield, back roads. And then as soon as I got to Lone Grove Police Station, we sat there and looked. When the Lone Grove Police was down there, he was pretending like he had somebody pulled over.
This is the man who keeps following me everywhere I go.
Just like Chris Christian happened. It happened just like Chris Christian told me years ago, and they made it happen just like he said they would. How did Chris Christian know that was going to happen? Oh, here's another one. Just because you don't think it. Just because you think those are the only things that are out there, there's another one. I went over about 4 seconds on that one. 4 seconds. So I'm gonna go down there. There's another one down here. You got to see. Just because you think that's all that there is, there's more. There's another one. I've been letting people know for a long time. A long time. A lot of people are watching this little tiny town from Oklahoma. Everybody's watching. There's another one. And these are the actual, right here, these are the actual songs, the files. These are the actual files that worked in that Blazer, that played Blazer. It would be this song. Oh, where's my volume? For some reason I don't hear anything. Why?
Born and raised in Macon, Georgia.
I love Macon, Georgia. Here we go, Prison of the Highway.
So you play that every time instead of this. It's supposed to be pure love. But instead of playing that, you'll play this.
In the studio today, Mr. Jason Aldean is with us. Jason, you're from Macon, Georgia.
What that shows is Auburn, Oklahoma, all guilty. You're just going to try. All the guilty parties are just going to try to delete the data and delete the proof and deny it. Lie right to my face until I'm dead in a ditch. Because every time I get evidence, you get rid of it. And you try to make it okay without you paying a price and without me having my life back. Nobody wants to live in a ditch because of liars.
There you go. Pretty decent forecast. I've seen worse, that's for sure. All right, we are wrapping up our hours on Fox Business Network. Maria Bartiromo's Wall Street is next, but you can keep watching us by downloading the Fox Weather app or go to foxweather.com to download it on your favorite mobile device. We will definitely see you guys there. We're not done yet. A lot of weather to track, right?
We do have a lot of weather to track, and that forecast will continue with the next team here. They're getting ready down in Studio W.
Estime, I think Zach,
Jane
Green,
Menard, yeah.
and Jane.
So,
all right. So
there they are.
Boom,
They're getting ready for that forecast to usher in the new year.
I like dipping in.
In the year 2005, I was needing a job to get, for extra money because I was stuck making the same amount, and I was hurting because of what your FBI had done to me. And I took a job at DRS Infrared, and this is where when I learned what the cops were actually doing because of the triggers Charles Ray and the people at DRS were doing to me, and my neighbors were doing very bad stuff to me. They're going in my house, doing all kinds of bad stuff. But Jerry Hathaway, I went in. I was freaking out. I was getting out of my house as fast as I could. I resigned. I typed a whole letter and I brought it into him, and he goes, "Well, you have to sign this for it to be official." Now, I've never heard of anybody ever saying that before. Normally, you just resign with an email. No, he made it where I had to be official. And Kyle Willie told me I'd be sued. They would sue me. The company would sue me. So I made a formal resignation, and I had nowhere to go, no job, nothing. I mean, I was going to have nothing. I just went back to an empty a house, empty apartment because I'd moved out of the house, but they kept it going. They kept it going because they were watching me inside my house. They forced me to quit my job. No insurance, nothing. Harry Hathaway grabs a pen like this. This is just a pencil, but he goes, "I need you to sign this." And he comes up and he hands me a pen like this. The whole thing, hands it like that. So I grab it. What Kyle Willie told me is they wanted my fingerprints on the pen. That's what Kyle Willie said. So I sign my resignation, and I hand it back to him, and he grabs it just like this out of my hands. He walks over calmly, and he puts it in a little cup, just to know he was going to deliver that to the FBI for me. That was in 2005, Jerry Hathaway. And the reason they made me quit was because I got a $20 bill out of an ATM there with my money. It was my money. To go down to Dickie's restaurant, and the whole place is packed. It's it's packed. The line is going out the door, so I have to go through the drive-through entrance, and I was just going to grab something, take it back, so I can get in the parking lot and go back to work because I worked hard. And there's a guy who was at the very back of the line, and I saw him go in as soon as I got there, and this didn't look good at all. And I go in, and I'm standing back of the line, and I see him. He's still way back at the line, and all of a sudden I look up, and he steps out of the crowd to look at me. Like he's watching. He lets me know he's watching me. He's just looking right at me. And then right when I get to the line, he walks up to the lady and says something. And everybody turns and looks up at me. Next thing I know, she puts on a plastic glove. She takes my fresh $20 bill, brand new with no fingerprints except for Brett's fingerprints on it, with a little plastic glove. And everybody looked at me, including the owner of the Dickies, because he knew me. He liked me. At least everybody pretended to be my friend. But when you have corruption in law enforcement, it makes everybody hate a man, and I didn't do anything wrong. Something's wrong with that. Because even the McKinney music store, they changed their receipts over to say, "Hey, man, if you're a musician, you're buying guitars, they're watching you." I said, "Why? Why?" He said, "Because of drugs and stuff." And this, I said, "Dude, I have a profession. I have a career. I don't do that stuff." So it doesn't matter. They're going to investigate you because you're buying this guitar. Anyway, that's a little story about Jerry Hathaway, and don't be surprised if this happens today. Get upset. You made this happen. You did, not me. You did.